My daughter gave away her whole makeup collection. When I learned why, I went to police station. My daughter Lily is 15. She's always been into makeup, has this whole collection on her dresser that she saved up for over 2 years. Expensive stuff too. Mascara, eyeshadow palettes, lip glosses, the works. Last week I walked into her room and her dresser was completely empty. All the makeup was gone. I asked her what happened and she just shrugged and said she gave it away. I thought maybe she donated it or something, but then I noticed she looked nervous, like she didn't want to talk about it. That night I asked her again. She finally told me the truth. There's this girl at school named Rachel who's been bullying her for months. Rachel would make fun of Lily's clothes, her hair, everything. Called her ugly in front of other kids. Last month it got worse. Rachel started this thing where she'd take pictures of Lily without her knowing and post them online with mean comments. Lily showed me her phone. The comments were brutal. Stuff like, who let her leave the house looking like that? And she really thought she did something with that outfit. There were dozens of them. I asked why she didn't tell me sooner. She said she thought she could handle it. Then last Tuesday, Rachel cornered her in the bathroom. She had 2 other girls with her. Rachel told Lily that if she wanted the bullying to stop, she had to give her all her makeup. Every single item. Lily was scared, so she agreed. The next day, she brought her entire collection to school and handed it over. Rachel took it and said, "Thanks, loser," and walked away laughing. I was furious. I asked Lily if she told any teachers. She said she tried once, but the teacher said girls just have drama sometimes and to work it out themselves. That's when I decided to go to the police station. I drove there right after our conversation. I brought Lily's phone with all the screenshots. The officer at the desk looked confused when I explained what happened. He said, "Ma'am, this sounds like a school issue." I said, "No, this is extortion. She threatened my daughter and forced her to hand over property worth over $300. That's a crime." He called over another officer, a woman named Officer Martinez. She looked through all the screenshots and her face got serious. She said, "Yeah, this is definitely something we can file a report on." She took down all the information, Rachel's full name, the school name, everything. Officer Martinez said she'd contact the school resource officer and they'd handle it from there. 2 days later, I got a call from the principal. He said the police had been in touch and they were investigating. Rachel was being questioned along with the 2 other girls who were there. I asked what would happen to her. He said that depended on what the investigation found, but at minimum she'd be suspended. The school was also looking into all the online harassment. The next morning, Lily came home from school and she was smiling for the first time in weeks. She said Rachel got pulled out of class by the principal and a police officer. Word spread fast. By lunch, everyone knew what happened. Several other kids came up to Lily and said Rachel had been bullying them too, but they were too scared to say anything. They were glad someone finally reported her. That afternoon, Rachel's mom showed up at our house. She was holding a bag with all of Lily's makeup inside. She looked embarrassed and apologized, said she had no idea her daughter was doing this. She was making Rachel return everything and pay for anything that was used or missing. Rachel also had to write an apology letter. I took the makeup but told her this wasn't just about getting stuff back. Her daughter needed serious consequences for what she did. Rachel's mom agreed and said Rachel was grounded for 3 months and had to do community service. The school called a few days later with an update. Rachel was suspended for 2 weeks. When she came back, she'd be on a behavior contract. One more incident and she'd be expelled. They were also implementing a new anti-bullying program. Lily got her makeup back and things at school have been quiet since then. Rachel doesn't even look at her anymore. And the best part? 5 other kids came forward with their own stories about Rachel. Turns out she'd been bullying half the grade. Now she's the one who has to watch her back. Sometimes you have to fight back, and sometimes that means getting the police involved.